Hey everybody, in today's video we will be talking about She-Hulk. There will be a She-Hulk TV show on Disney Plus, so I figured we'd give some background, some of her origins, and some potential stories that we could see in the future in her show and maybe phase 4 and 5 of the MCU. So let's get started. Jennifer Walters is She-Hulk. She is Bruce Banner's cousin. She first appeared in February of 1980. She's a skilled lawyer like Matt Murdock and has even served as legal counsel to various superheroes. She's been a member of the Avengers, Fantastic Four, Heroes for Hire, Defenders, Fantastic Force, which is a spin-off of the Fantastic Four. Her powers, so how she got them: she was shot and critically wounded by operators of Nicholas Trask, who was a crime boss who had crossed paths with Jennifer's father, who was a sheriff. Bruce happened to be in town the day that she got shot and wanted to tell her about his transformation to the Hulk. Since he was there, he gave her a blood transfusion. Of course, his blood is radiated. As this is happening, the thieves end up showing up and they're trying to finish her off. She happens to turn into a Hulk and kicks their ass, and they're all just like, what just happened? Why is she the Hulk? And Bruce starts figuring out that, because I'm the Hulk and I gave her my blood, now she's the Hulk. Her version of the Hulk is a milder version of Bruce's. And by mild, I mean when she's in the Hulk form, she still has her own personality and she retains her intelligence, unlike Bruce, and she has emotional control. But also, like the Hulk, she does become stronger if she gets angry and or enraged. She eventually gains control over the transformation like Bruce does and can summon She-Hulk on command. This happens when Dr. Michael Morbius cures her of her lethal blood disease, and since she was a criminal defense lawyer, she defended him in trial for his vampire killings. Yes, Dr. Michael Morbius is Morbius the Living Vampire, the villain slash anti-hero from the Spidey comics. He was originally a Spidey villain, but it becomes an anti-hero and even has his own comic run. He got his powers by treating his own rare blood disease, and that turns him into a pseudo-vampire. So he doesn't possess all the supernatural abilities of a vampire, but he doesn't also get all of their weaknesses and limitations as well. Now that Spidey is back with the MCU, we could totally see him cross paths with various characters. We could see him cross paths with She-Hulk. Maybe we see him introduced in She-Hulk, and in the third Spidey film, he becomes a villain, and then he goes, after that movie, he ends up going to become an anti-hero, or something along those lines. And we know Jared Leto's going to be playing Morbius as well. Okay, back to She-Hulk. So later in comics, they make her transformation permanent. Think like Grey Hulk or even Smart Hulk that we saw in Endgame. So she's just always in that form. This happens because she was exposed to extreme amounts of radiation, so she was stuck in that form, but she was okay with it because later on it revealed that she wasn't able to transform back to a human form because it was a mental block that she did herself. It was purely psychological, and it was because she loves when she becomes She-Hulk. Like, in her human form, she's very timid and fragile, and when she becomes She-Hulk, though, she's just very strong and powerful individual. Not just strength, but she feels more confident. When she got stuck in the She-Hulk form, she was honestly okay with it. Her She-Hulk transformation is kind of interesting because when Bruce became the Hulk, his Hulk transformation is always very angry. But her transformation is based on what she believes the ideal woman is. So this goes for obviously strength, like I said, and appearance, and her intelligence, which is part of the reason why that she keeps her intelligence and her emotions in check when she is She-Hulk. And they think that her mind almost manifested this idea when the blood transformation was happening between Bruce and herself. Just a fun fact, her father is J. Jonah Jameson. Yeah, so that dynamic would be kind of funny to see in the MCU, and we know he's clearly there from Spider-Man Far From Home. She's present in almost every major Marvel storyline, so I expect that we'll be seeing a lot of her once her show debuts. Something really cool about her powers is that the stronger that Jennifer Walters gets, like her human form, the stronger her Hulk base strength gets, and it gets amplified. And that's just at her base. Obviously, as a Hulk, she gets stronger, she gets angry. And that's really cool that she has this interesting dynamic that she can get permanently stronger as long as Jennifer gets stronger. And there's a storyline that kind of shows more of this. After being beaten by the champion of the universe, she trained for months in her Jennifer human form, and it resulted her to be able to hold the thing's maximum weight in one arm, while also having her strength greatly restrained by a Jupiter belt, and she was shown to be considerably stronger than Hercules once this had happened. The Champion of the Universe is a really cool character. We could probably see him in the future of the MCU. He dives into the cosmic side of the Marvel Universe, clearly. Yeah, it'd be interesting if we saw him. There's a lot of cool stories with him and Earth's Mightiest Heroes. So something else about her powers is that she has a healing factor, and she can completely recover in minutes. And the rest of her powers are all Hulk-based. She's super durable, immune to diseases, being cut, wounds. So there was one comic storyline where she got training from the alien Ovoids, and from that she was able to swap powers and physiques from another human woman at her will. But she would still retain her green skin. And she only did this once, but it'd be interesting to see that play out on TV or even in the big screen. Let's say someone is in extreme danger and needs help and she just quickly gives them her powers. I don't know necessarily how that would work. Maybe she gives her powers and it lasts for like 30 minutes. And then for 30 minutes, Jennifer's vulnerable, but then her powers come back. I don't really know, but that'd be something kind of interesting to see for sure. Like the Hulk, she gets stronger from absorbing more radiation, but I don't think the MCU Hulk can do this, as the Iron Gauntlet kind of fucked him up. So I think that's just a comic thing. There are many stories where she breaks the fourth wall. As we know, this doesn't happen often with most characters, but she does do it from time to time. So maybe she has to team up with Deadpool. That'd be kind of funny. She has a relationship with Star Fox. No, not this Star Fox. This Star Fox. He's an Eternal. He's been a part of the Avengers and the Dark Guardians. He's also the brother to Thanos in the comics, but looks like an Eternal and not like Thanos, who's a deviant. Obviously, the MC version of Thanos is different. Maybe this guy has had run-ins with Thanos. You could maybe introduce him something like that way. His powers, he can control anybody's emotions. Could be very funny to see. Maybe he wants someone to just cry. They just start crying for random reasons. I don't know if we'll see him in the movies or anytime soon, but you never know. She dated Luke Cage briefly, but that relationship ended quickly and became a strong and good friendship instead. She's good friends with Janet Van Dyne, who we know is the Wasp. We could have her be in the MCU, be friends with the actual Janet Van Dyne, who's Michelle Pfeiffer, now that she's back from the quantum realm. Or she could even be friends with Hope Van Dyne. Like maybe we see a relationship like that play out. She's a very versatile character. She's very funny, and she can be serious when she needs to. There's a lot you can do with her. I think it's going to be a great show. They haven't cast anybody for her yet. A lot of fans have been putting out various actors who would be good for the role. I think they're all great choices. Should be very interesting to see. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys for the next one.